I wanted to do this live because live is like the only way to share this. This is day 16 of the Alaska adventure. And before I left, I said we were going to Denali National Park. Well, we made it to Denali National Park at like lunchtime, around lunchtime. We have a campsite in Denali National Park. But today is one of those rare days where you can actually see the summit. And it is there. And I'm not looking at me. I'm got it turned around so you can see the mountain, because this is something that you just cannot see all the time. And it's Denali or Mount McKinley. It's called by both names. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm all shaky because I'm zoomed in. It looks like there's only 4 of you here. I can't see Kathy, and oh, there's a few. Chris, I couldn't see the hi. It was just a hi. I did see your comment. Oh, no, there's 67 of you here now. And I know it's in the middle of the night. Hey, hello, Laura. Yeah, I am in Alaska. You are looking at Mount McKinley or Denali. It's like 8:30-ish here, close to 8:30. Hi, North Carolina. Goodness gracious, they're popping up quicker than I can see them. Hello, Houston. I think I saw Tennessee pop up there. It is a very beautiful view, and like I said, I wanted to share this live because this is the only way to see it. Yeah, it's like 9:30 here, and that's why I'm doing it now. I was gonna wait and do it tomorrow, but you can't always see this, and I was really afraid when we got here that we would not be able to see it. The really white stuff you see just down from the summit there's like a little peak and some white stuff. That's actually clouds. The summit is above the clouds. And the sun is kind of starting to set where I'm at. It's actually going to set tonight. I'm about 2 hours south of my campsite, but I think we're going to be camping here tonight. I'm in a state park here in Alaska, and in Denali State Park. There's a lot of, hi from New Jersey. There's a lot of state parks here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of snow left here, even down low there's snow here. But it's like maybe 60 degrees now. And it's fairly nice. It's a little cool for my dad. It's not too windy. I'm having to hold the phone with one hand and cover my eyes with my other hand. Because the sun has dropped down really low and it's super bright. We had quite a bit of rain the past couple of days, and it was even drizzling this morning when we were coming over here from Oklahoma. I see a wow there. In Ohio, it's 11:30. God is so great, and this is just absolutely stunning. I wish you guys could all be here. And I'm doing this live too because, yeah, almost always covered with clouds. It is. I didn't think we'd be able to see it. This coming here has been something that I have 12:25 in Texas. Thanks for joining me so late. Florida, yeah, you're in the middle of the night. Go to bed. There's Kentucky, you're in the middle of the night too. Y'all need to get in the bed. What are you doing up so late? But I wanted to come here since I was a little kid. My dad and I used to go backpacking in the southern Appalachian Mountains from the time I was really little. And ever since I found out about this mountain and that it's the highest mountain in North America, I wanted to come and see this mountain. And it's a dream I have had since I was old enough to remember having dreams. And of course, when I was a little girl and I was going backpacking with my dad, I wanted to, I thought he would come with me, follow your moon. Uh, and we are here together. Like I said, it's a little chilly for him this late in the evening, but we're actually going to camp here, and we have a view. You can see just about what I'm showing you from the windshield. Now, we'll have to cover it up at some point because many of y'all are joining me this late at night. Y'all go to bed. But this is something that I have dreamed about for a very, very long time. And like I said, when I was young and I was dreaming about it, I was dreaming about doing it with my dad. And even though he's having trouble getting around and, he's having some problems, I'm going to back out so you can see all the mountains. We are here together, and there's the sun, it's starting to set. I thought about waiting until sunset to do this, but man, I am tired. I slept at 128 Kentucky. I told y'all to go to bed. I slept about 2 hours last night. We had to stop yesterday and get the oil changed. And we stopped in Fairbanks at the third largest Walmart in the world, I guess. And I was just so tired by the time we got done with that. And the roads were horrible all day that we stayed there, and it didn't get dark, and it was, a Walmart parking lot, and it was just awful. Yeah, it is going to be beautiful waking up here. It will probably be covered with clouds in the morning for sure because there's supposed to be some clouds early. And I was afraid when I got here that I would not get to see this again. So we drove up the park road in the national park, saw the other side of the mountain there. And when Alex gets the week 3 update done, there will be a lot of pictures from the park road. And then we drove like 100, I don't know how far it is, a little over 100 miles south of where we're camped at, or where we're supposed to be camped at. But anyway, so it's going to get a little bit darker here. And we stopped at the north viewing point, and this is down at the south viewing point off of Highway 3. And there's a lot of places to view it. Oh gosh, I stopped on the side of Hurricane Gorge, I think was what it was called, and I walked out and took some pictures on that. They will be in the week 3 update video. We did just get up week 1. I haven't had much service, so it is like taking a walk in heaven. Washington State. Hi, Washington State. Well, it's still early enough for you. You can stay up. Yeah, it was called Hurricane Gulch, and it was a little scary. But like I said, I wanted to share this with you live, even though I knew there wouldn't be a whole lot of people on here tonight. Everybody can watch it tomorrow. When they wake up in the morning, they can see the summit of Denali without clouds. But it is something that I have dreamed about for a very long time. And this was one of mine and Brett's someday trips. And sometimes you just run out of some days. And I would literally give the world if he had got to come here too. But that just was not meant to be. And we really can't wait for someday, because someday just is not promised. And you shouldn't give up on your dreams. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, even faded dreams, old dreams, long time dreams, they can still come true, because like I said, I've dreamed about coming here for literally as long as I can remember. And I've just about driven all the way around this mountain today because you can see the summit. And I wanted to share it with you. It is a postcard picture for sure. And actually, this looks like the postcard that I got to send to Gabby and Charlotte. I have been sending them postcards all along the way. Today, on the ride down here from the national park, we sat and watched a grizzly. The animals, they were all filmed either through the van window or at a very safe distance. I am not going to walk over and get a selfie with a grizzly bear. I love y'all, and I want to bring y'all as many images as I can from this trip, but I'm not doing that. And I got some really good pictures of that grizzly bear this evening that was just walking around the field eating, and he was right there on the side of the road beside of us. Saw another grizzly bear in the national park and got some pictures of him from way far away. You can barely even tell what he is. And we saw some elk today and a moose. And I mean, it's just crazy, all the wildlife. A little critter that I cannot identify. I'm going to post a picture of it later. Maybe somebody knows what it is. It looks like a cross between a possum and a porcupine. Have it home. Thank you so much for your prayers. I really do appreciate it. No grizzly bear selfies for me. And I'm not doing the moose selfie or the buffalo selfie where people have been getting... I mean, people have been getting hurt bad. There are the craziest little squirrels in the park. And they almost like float. They're so fast. I haven't seen any here, but in the national park where we're camped at, I'll have to try. I think I got some pictures of them earlier, but we're going to be there for a few days, and I'll have to get some pictures of these crazy little squirrels that are running around. It is kind of chilly out here, and it's kind of windy in the van alone. But like I said, I wanted to share this with you live. And I wanted you to hear something other than my gravelly recordings at the end of the night. Even though my voice is a little gravelly now, I think it's the altitude. I've had a really dry mouth. I'm not sure. I have not seen any beavers yet. Or at least I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I've seen so much stuff. I've seen so many black bears, I have lost count. And I'm up to 3 grizzly bears. I think it's 3. I saw a bear pooping last week. Literally saw a bear pooping. I kid you not. That was probably the funniest thing that's happened the whole trip. But we've had decent, I mean, you know, nothing really horrible has happened. Like the chipped windshield is the worst thing, and we got it fixed. I'm a little OCD about a dirty windshield, though, and that's driving me kind of nuts. I'm allergic to antibiotics. I don't think I have an infection. I think my mouth is just dry from, they do poop in the woods, but it was actually on the side of the road. And we have been driving up here, and there are massive piles. We'll go through long areas, and there will be just a pile of poop. It's almost like they space it out so they're keeping their privacy or something. Like... every 100 feet, there'll be a pile of bear poo. I'm going to zoom in on this one more time so you can see it. Like I said, everybody's saying it's so rare that you can see it this clear. And I have got tons and tons of pictures that will be in the week 3 update. And I was afraid that we wouldn't get to see it again because of weather. And I have literally driven all the way around it today. But God is so good. After rain and stuff, He gave us this beautiful day to view the peak. And this peak is over 20,000 feet. The elevation's over here. I'll get that for you here before I say goodnight. It is 20,320 feet high. And it is, like I said, the highest peak in North America. And it is very, very rare that you can see it without the clouds. That real bright white stuff you can see is actually clouds that are in between it and the mountain that's in front of it. And it's all snow covered. The sun is so low it looks kind of gray, but it's all snow covered. And it's just looking gray like that because the sun is getting low. But God is so good, and I do appreciate your prayers for us. I know they have made the difference, your prayers for our safety. There are a lot of grizzly bears up here. So when you're praying, pray I'm not like walking to the bathroom or something. I mean, and yeah, I call it Mount McKinley too. That's what I always called it. And we used to hike around Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain in the eastern U.S. And I would dream about coming here and seeing this. And I thought they had changed the name, but it is still called Mount McKinley. I'm going to say goodnight. I've left my dad in the van, and there's 205 of y'all. Well, probably more than that because this count's never right on here. But there's a lot of you who have joined me literally in the middle of the night. Hi from Colorado. I can't see the names at all. I am absolutely blessed, not just lucky. And yes, I think God does have my back. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And that's the verse for the night. Even though this feels more like a walk in heaven for sure. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you all. Good night. You people on the East Coast, go to bed. And until next time, remember to put God first.